I'm Meteorologist Topper Shutt. We're going to issue a weather watch alert for Saturday for some snow and a mix of some snow and rain. I think we may see a dusting across much of the metro. And this is the radar past couple of hours, and this kind of makes me feel a little more confident. Pretty good moisture showing up already around much of Tennessee and also northern Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. And this is what's going to drift northeastward and collide with our semi-cold air. The atmosphere is just cold enough to support some snow. I think we'll see a mix, but I think most of us will see at least a period of snow on Saturday. Again, it will not affect the roads, but if you're trying to do, brunch plans, I'd push them to Sunday if you can. And golf's not in the picture tomorrow, and neither is pickleball. So, 81 degrees yesterday, record high. Right now, we're 21 degrees colder than we were this time yesterday. 29 degrees colder in Hagerstown and Oakland. So it was, above average, but boy, compared to our 81, it was a blustery kind of Friday. Now, let's talk about all the warnings and watches across the country. One thing should really stick out to the west. I mean, we've got snow levels down to like 1,700 feet in California. Even a little bit of dusting was found around the Hollywood Hills sign, and they go all the way up the coast. They're either winter storm watches or winter weather advisories, or in some cases, these are, in orange, blizzard warnings. You don't see that too often. That's pretty close to L.A. It's about an hour outside of L.A., and it is snowing to beat the band. In the meantime, we have a little bit of winter weather advisories, through parts of Kansas and Missouri and also into Illinois. And then our winter weather advisories are essentially for our mountains, and they're also for the Blue Ridge. So well out to the west of us, so nothing in the immediate metro area. Out here, yeah, you could see, a coating to 2 inches. 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. is when the advisory will go into effect and expire. So I will say this, though, and I mentioned this on the air earlier. If you're on I-81, it could get a little dicey early in the morning on Saturday, maybe between, 8 and 10 o'clock. So if you can stay off I-81, not my favorite road anyway, let alone when it's snowing. So if you can stay off that road, probably a good idea. Just wait until early afternoon. Everything moves out of the I-81 corridor first and pretty quickly. So, again, winter weather advisories out to the west of us. So, let's kind of talk headlines here. So, yes, we have a weather watch alert for Saturday for some snow and a mix of snow and rain. I think we'll see a period of snow. And, in fact, I'll show you Futurecast in a minute. Some of the bands get pretty heavy, and they may get pretty intense for 30 minutes, maybe an hour. So that might put down a coating. Lots of sunshine on Sunday, milder. It'll start with clouds, but we'll see a return to mostly sunny skies. Not much of a break. More rain and showers roll in on Monday. We'll start off okay. We'll have to watch that for another alert, maybe in the afternoon and evening for the drive home. Okay, so the weekend forecast. I think you know what day to pick if you want to do stuff outdoors. Although I, quite frankly, am looking forward to seeing some snowfall from the sky. Wow, 39 for a high. Gets above freezing. Roads are fine, just wet. Milder and nice on Sunday. There will be a few clouds to start and then giving way to mostly sunny skies, highs in the upper 50s. So really a pretty nice day. Okay, we have some Futurecast to go through. So let's start with this one. This is our local model. And it's 7:30 in the morning. It's dry in the metro. But notice already we have a mix and some snow out toward I-81 between Stanton and Luray. That's why I kind of want you off of I-81 if you can. And then by 10 o'clock, this has snow breaking out across much of the metro area. And the difference today, well, a couple differences. One difference with today's model runs as opposed to yesterday at this time, didn't take any of the snow north of Martinsburg or Frederick. Now it's taking it all the way to the Maryland-PA border. It's still favoring heavier bands, though, south of town, south of I-66 and south of Route 50. So this is 10 o'clock in the morning, and look at this. Temperatures are still right around freezing, at least with this model. So keep that in mind. And then by noon, this model has a pretty good band north of town, which I don't fully understand, but it's not going to be a real organized storm system. It has limited moisture, and we have limited cold air. Kind of the story of our life this winter, isn't it? By noon, temperatures mainly above freezing, and then boom, by 2 o'clock, this model kicks it out pretty quickly. Maybe leftover, snow shower crossing the bay, and that's it. So your Saturday night plans are fine. It'll just be cold Saturday night. I don't really think we'll see any refreezing on Saturday night. And then by, 7:30, we're clearing, but we're cold. 29 Leesburg, 32 in Front Royal. I mean, I suppose a driveway or sidewalk could freeze. So if you're walking around, I guess be careful on Saturday night, but that's not our main concern. Okay, now, clouds start out Sunday morning, and then boom, we clear out. So now we're going to talk about another model. This is the North American model, and this is 8 o'clock in the morning. And this actually has sun to start in the morning. I don't really understand that completely. And temperatures upper 20s to low 30s. By 10 o'clock, it's still dry. It's kicking some rain and a mix out towards Stanton and Harrisonburg, but it's much slower with the precip, and it's also more of a mix as opposed to just straight snow out there. By the time we get to noon, it does kind of envelop most of the metro. Again, the blue is snow, and the pink could be snow or rain, and the green is rain. Temperatures now right around freezing. And then we get into, say, 2 o'clock. The North American model, it puts a pretty good thumping right around the metro area and south, down toward southern Prince George's County and northern Charles County. So we still feel this is the best chance, I think, for a good thumping of snow. But again, temps are above freezing. And it was 81, by the way, oh yeah, on Thursday. So it's going to have a hard time accumulating. It's going to snow faster than it can melt if we get a band like that. So it'll be on the grass, it'll be on the mulch, in the flower beds, and it will be also in the trees. It's going to be a very picturesque snow. So take pictures for us and send them in. I'd love to put them on the air. I'm working tomorrow. So this is 2 o'clock. North American model by 6 o'clock, gone, and then beginning to clear already along I-81 with temperatures around freezing. Saturday night, low to mid 30s if you're headed out, but it will be dry. Okay, another model, high resolution model. This is updated every hour. This is sort of like the North American model, much quieter Saturday morning. Has nothing even in Charlottesville. By 10 o'clock, it has some rain breaking out west of Leesburg and Manassas. And then by noon, it has a mixed bag across the metro, in fact, reaching all the way to the bay. Temperatures warmer with this model, more in the mid-30s. And remember, these temps at the surface don't really matter in terms of what's falling from the sky. That's our vertical profile temperature. That's what matters. But it matters if it's going to stick or not, no doubt about that. By 2 o'clock, it also has a little band of pretty heavy snow. I mean, these gradations of blue, that's a pretty good heavy snow right through northern sections of Charles County. And that is about 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon with temperatures, again, 34, 35. And I've seen this where it can snow faster than it can melt. So you could see, accumulating snow down there for like an hour or so. Then by 3:30, boom, it's gone. It's moved across the bay already. And yes, we could see some snow in our ocean resorts. Ocean City up to Bethany and Rehoboth and Lewis, Delaware. Yep, certainly possible. So for us, though, by 3:30, we're generally dry with temps above freezing. And then by 5 o'clock, we're in the upper 30s, but we are dry. So all the models in agreement. Your Saturday night plans are safe. It'll just be cold. So keep that in mind. This is kind of interesting. This is kind of all the models combined. It doesn't have the HER, but it has the graph, which is our local model. It has a 9/10 of an inch. The NAMs come in at 2 inches. For us, 1.5 the GFS, 1.6 for the GEM. European not really on board, 0.6. But that said, all 5 models have some measurable snow for us. But remember, this is if all the flakes, every little flake fell and didn't melt. So it's going to be hard to get 2 inches from the NAM. It's got to have to snow pretty hard on grassy surfaces to do that. I could see some of those bands in southern Maryland setting up. And if that happens, you might get an inch on grassy surfaces. It just might overcome the melting simply by snowing faster than it can melt. So here's the European model. Again, has a little bit of snow now at I-66 and down I-81. So that's actually a change. But the American model GFS, much more aggressive with kind of a swath of snow, kind of either side of I-66 and Route 50, in fact, all the way to the ocean across the bay. So here's the GFS model with numbers, and we will get you to 1 o'clock on Saturday, 1.3 in D.C., 1.3 in Leesburg. And again, this is if everything stuck and did not melt, okay? 1.2 in La Plata. By 4 o'clock, not much change, about an inch, inch and a half across the metro area. So good news is the models are coming into agreement that we're going to see, I think, a band of snow develop across the metro. It may even start as rain and then kick to snow in the afternoon. So kids, don't be too upset. If it's raining like at 10 o'clock, it should kick to snow. All right, so temps, 39 on Saturday, upper 50s on Sunday, around 50 on Monday, and back in the 60s Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Crazy. So, again, milder on Sunday. There's rain and showers coming back on Monday. We'll monitor that. Tuesday, though, we're breezy and nice. Nice on Wednesday. More storms come in, or rain and showers come in, rather, Thursday and Friday. Temperatures in the 60s, but cooler to colder as we get into next Friday. We'll have new model data coming up for you tonight at 11 o'clock, and I'll see you shortly at 7.